Hey Hezeliya, good to see you. Just wanted to spend a few minutes because I know you've been an absolute superstar with the Money Mastery journey. So wanted to share your insights, share your journey with our audience just so that they can track that journey through. So tell us where it all started with regards to Money Mastery for you back in September 2020.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jazz. How it started for me is you had a friend of yours have a birthday party at your house. And when I was there, I looked around and I thought I'd really like to get to know the person who owns this home because I thought this home is really beautiful. And when I was introduced to you, I thought he's a very young guy to be, affording such a beautiful place. So I started following you on social media. And as I followed you, you or occasionally put out content that really helped me with my money mindset and quite a number of business things and all of that stuff. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. So when you first announced that you were going to have a class, a master class, I believe it was, I thought I'd join. And when I joined, immediately, one of the things that I absolutely loved was your lesson wasn't very holistic. It wasn't just this is how you manage money, this is what you do by. No, you taught us about money mindset and so many other skills here and there. And for me, the first thing that I was able to use is something that you teach about the 4 A's, where it's all about who has your money. And that time where I was working, I was just not feeling fulfilled. I knew there was a lot more to me. And I needed to give more. And I was like, I need a pay rise because the amount of work I was doing compared to what I was being paid, I also kind of thought didn't match quite much. So using the 4 A's, I asked my boss for a pay rise by bringing in so I looked at an area in the office that they had a big gap, and I figured out how to work that out. I brought it before my boss, and that got me a pay rise, and I got bumped up to manager. And using the same techniques, 6 months later, I actually got another pay rise. So altogether, in the space of a year, I got a pay rise of almost double. I was on 35 and on 32, I believe. I went up to 62,000 a year. So that was the first part of me seeing, oh my goodness, this money mastery stuff actually works, you know? And later on, using so many of the other skills, there's so many things that you teach that I don't even know if I'll be able to list all of them. But I also managed to get a performance bonus because the company I worked from is an American, and I got a $50,000 performance bonus based on quite a number of things that you had taught. So yeah, so that was just the beginning of it. And just with time, I stuck with you. You always have masterminds, and there's always something or some new content you're pulling out there. You're teaching also about property and how to invest. And at some point, my husband and I went on to start our own recruitment business. And in the space of about a year and a half, we now are turning over about 1.6 million in the space of a year for a startup that's big, that's big. So it's quite exciting. And at the moment, also we have when we were moving home, the place where we were staying, we were renting it's a 2-bedroom house we were renting, so we needed to move into a bigger space, and we had a really good rapport with our landlord, and based on some of the sales skills that you teach on money mastery, we managed to speak to our landlord, and she allowed us to use the property on a rent-to-rent basis. So what we do is we rent it from her, and we actually use it as a service department. And right now, from that property, we average about 900 pounds after we've paid all the bills and the rent and everything, which is absolutely amazing. And one other thing that we're doing now, because now we want to build our property portfolio, we are now, we've just started a franchise property management for basically in the service department industry. So that's kind of where we've been. That's my journey so far.
Wow, 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 wow. That's absolutely incredible. So let me break this down. So you started off in a normal 9 to 5.
Yep.
Earning £32,000 a year.
That's correct.
The first step for you was to increase your salary by double.
Yeah.
There or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Increase the bonus that you got, which is an extra £50,000.
Yeah.
And then you started and scaled a £1.6 million company with your husband.
That's correct.
Which is now in its just over its first year or year and a half now you've been running?
Just a little bit over a year.
So in total, you've generated over £2 million with your husband's business as well.
That's correct. That's good.
And that was, and a lot of that was implemented based upon the skills that you had learned in a single program.
That, yes, majority of it I would say was from the first program.
Wow, incredible, incredible. And that was Money Mastery Online initially, wasn't it?
That was online. That was online even before you went live. That was all online.
Exactly. This is absolutely, and then you took the knowledge, skills, and expertise, and then started to apply that into property, and now you have a property that's paying you an extra £900 thereabouts per month.
Yeah, on average, yeah.
And now you've got a property franchise, which is going to scale that even further.
Absolutely.
And what are you expecting to generate from the property franchise in your first year?
In the first year, with what we've kind of looked at the figures, we are aiming for, if I can get my figures correctly, around the 120, I believe it was. Yes, there's potential to be at around 120 after we've done our first year.
Yeah, brilliant. So you're pretty much on your way to doing 2 million a year plus in terms of your total revenue inside your household. That's absolutely incredible.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you.
So there's going to be people watching this Hazeliya that can't quite get their head around that. So what would you say were some of the kind of obstacles in the way, some of the challenges that you faced that you had to overcome?
One of the biggest one is mindset. One of the biggest one is mindset. Mindset is the one thing that blocks a lot of people. And for me, there were times I just could not see past where I was. I was like, I don't know what to do. But the thing that I found I was able to switch is once you get knowledge, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Majority of the times when we have fear, it's because we don't know what to do. Once you know what to do, that's it. The fear disappears.
Yeah.
And that's it. And having that knowledge and having that access, that lifetime access to money mastery, if there's something I'm like, I don't know how to, I can always go back there and listen to it over again until I get it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So for us, for me, mostly I'd say sometimes it would be mindset. It would be mindset. And as long as you have the knowledge, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Once you know, you can't unknow it, right?
That's it. That's it. Indeed.
Absolutely amazing. And you've also got 2 amazing young daughters. What do you think is that, what would you say is like the difference in terms of your lifestyle now as a result of the knowledge, skills that you've been able to successfully develop?
What I would say, for like my children right now, they're in private school, which is something I've always desired because I personally had the privilege of being taken to private school, and I know what private school can give them. So, they are in private school. We obviously moved home as well, so now they have their own space. So they're seeing that hard work pays, because they watch. Children really do watch us. They watch our every move. And also they've seen how my mindset has shifted because I'm now reading a lot more than I used to. For the books behind me, there's a whole bunch of how-tos, dummy books there. If I don't know how to do it, I'm like, you know what, I need a book that will help me with. So yeah, so they are seeing, and I'm sure they will start copying. But yes, definitely has made a big difference for them.
Yeah, fantastic. And final words then, what would you say to, I don't know who would, but what would you say to anyone who's sort of on the fence about money mastery? Does it really work? Can it work for me? Is it the right time? What would you say to anybody that's sort of thinking that they may be having those objections right now?
Listen, success loves speed. If you want to get anything done, do it now. There's never a perfect time. Perfect is non-existent. You have to strike while the iron is hot. For me, I'm a firm believer. If something is presented in your face that will actually improve your life, take it now. There's a reason why it's there. So just take advantage of it and just go. Forget about fences. Get rid of fences. Just walk and go. Go for it. Get rid of fences, man. Don't sit on no fence. Just go. Go for it, because it will make a big difference in your life. Big difference.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And the thing is, most people, they won't be able to see the difference until they take the step, right? And then once it's presented to them, they know what they don't know, and then the whole world just starts to unravel, and they can create a marvelous difference for themselves and for their family, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Absolutely.
Excellent, Hezeliya. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. Keep winning, keep striving for success, and I look forward to helping and supporting you further along your journey.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Peace.
Peace.